Best bites forever.
Hey, what's up everyone? In this video, I'm going to show you how to take this store-bought cake and turn it into this super cute unicorn cake. Let's rock it out. Right here, I have my store-bought cake, so I think that we paid like, I don't know, $10 or so for that at Target. And I also ordered this from Amazon. So it's like a unicorn birthday package. It comes with that cute little banner, which you have to put together yourself, a headband with a unicorn horn for the birthday girl, and then some other goodies inside of here. So these are the eyelashes and a little kind of template thing. Also, I have in here the little cake topper, so this is going to be the unicorn's horn, and there are also some cupcake wrappers in here. And if you don't know how to use these, it's super simple. You just bend them around like so around your cupcakes. So, moving right along, the first thing that I need to do is undecorate this cake. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these little M&M looking things, and I am also going to take the frosting off of the side. I'm just using a butter knife to do that and more or less just prying it right off. So once I get that done, I want to take a paper towel and go around the edges just to clean the cardboard really well. And I also want to get rid of the little store-bought plasticky thing and go ahead and put this onto my Lazy Susan because it makes it much easier to decorate. So I'm going to use this store-bought frosting for a lot of this decorating because again, we're trying to do something quick and kind of easy here. Put a little bit of that store-bought frosting underneath your cardboard and kind of just move it around until it feels like it's sticking in place. This is going to help your cake stay in one place while you're decorating it. So again, I am using my store-bought frosting. I have the Duncan Hines vanilla, and I'm just going to put a nice thick layer on the top, and then I want to start going around my sides. When you're going around the sides of the cake, you want to make sure to hold your offset spatula at a little bit of an angle, and then you're going to use the back of it to kind of knock down the edges from the sides. Definitely, if you're not familiar with frosting a cake, go ahead and slow that part of the video down so that you can take a better look at the angle that I'm holding my spatula at and, you know, kind of get a better idea of what I'm doing. Once I'm happy with my layer of buttercream, I'm moving on to my fondant. So I use cornstarch when I do fondant, and I also like to use the Wilton fondant. I have used it for years and I just find it to be very reliable. I like that one a lot. So this is what it looks like when you open it up, and you don't need the whole thing. I only cut off, well, you saw how much I cut off. So I'm going to go ahead and start kneading that. Basically, I'm just trying to get it like soft and pliable and workable at this point. I have a super, super thin layer of cornstarch put down. What I did is I put it down and then I moved the excess out of the way. I'm basically rolling this out now like a pie crust. So you do a plus and then you do an X. And just make sure that it's not sticking as you're going along. Once you get it rolled out big enough, very, very, very carefully pick it up using your hand and your arm and try to place the center of your fondant onto the center of your cake. You have to be super, super gentle. This is actually probably the scariest part while you're doing fondant, and after that it's pretty relaxing. So you have to be careful of your fingernails and that type of thing too, because they will all leave little marks in your fondant. Once you have it on there, what you're going to do is start going around your cake slowly, and you lift out the edge of the fondant and then you just kind of like smooth it down with your other hand over the edge of the cake. So you can only go down about an inch at a time. If you try to go down the whole cake and then, you know, move over a little bit and go down the whole cake, what ends up happening is you get creases on the sides of your cake. So just take your time and kind of smooth it down about an inch from the top all the way around, and then the next inch from the top, working your way to the very bottom. The next thing that I'm going to do once I get to the very bottom is just cut off that excess fondant, and I am using this little fondant tool. It comes in a set of fondant tools from Wilton. It basically looks like a little pizza cutter. So here I have my fondant smoothers, and what I'm going to do here is smooth out my fondant. I know that only makes sense, right? But I like to do this with two of these, and a long time ago I didn't have fondant smoothers, and when I finally made this purchase, which by the way these are only like $3 or $4 each, but when I finally did it, I wondered why I never did it before, because it definitely helps in cake decorating. So when you're ready to get those little professional edges, you know, that are like perfectly square, you basically are going to pinch the fondant like so using those two paddles, and you get those nice beautiful professional edges. So ta-da! Here I'm just showing you really quick. One of my favorite kitchen tools is my bench scraper for many reasons, but it makes cleanup so easy. Okay, so I am going to make a simple buttercream, and I am just following the package instructions here on the C&H powdered sugar package. That was my milk mixed with my vanilla. It's going to go in. I'm going to quickly mix it up. You don't have to do this. This is totally optional. You can just have another little thing of the store-bought if you want. I'm also using the Wilton colors. Today I'm going to be using the pink, the teal, and the violet. No, this is not a commercial for Wilton. I just happen to use a lot of their products. So anyway, I am going to divide my frosting into 3 batches, and I'm going to have obviously my pink, my teal, and my purple. I'm going to put all 3 of my colors into icing bags, or piping bags, I'm sorry, and put those over to the side. So here I have my cake, and I know a lot of bakers kind of cringe when you do something like this, but I like to put like just the lightest dusting of water on my cake because it makes it shiny, and I learned it from a baker a long time ago, and I know a lot don't want to do it because you can also mess up your fondant doing it, but it also helps my glitter stick. So I have this edible glitter here, and I'll leave links to all of these things that I'm using down below. But to put the edible glitter on, all you do is use a paintbrush and kind of flick it. So this is the template for the eyelashes that you're looking at. I'm not going to use the template, but if you wanted to use it, you basically put it on the side of the cake and then you poke with that straw where the dots are. I'm going to live on the edge, and I'm just going to go ahead and like give them a little kiss, like a little mwah of the frosting, and just stick them on there and kind of eyeball it. And you can see the picture over there in the corner. That's how it came out. I did a pretty good job. I think they look pretty even. The next thing that I want to do is go ahead and put kind of a big clump of frosting up on the top. This is where my little unicorn horn is going to sit. So I'm putting it towards the front. You don't want to put that in the middle because it definitely will not look right. Like his little face is supposed to be towards the front. So kind of put that up towards the front. So I started piping my little mane back here, and then I wasn't happy with, I thought it looked kind of messy, so I decided to use a piping tip. But what I did is I doubled up on my bag because you can't get like the little couplers, or at least I don't have any, for these bigger piping tips. So basically I just doubled up on my bags, and I put the piping tip in the outside bag, and then I just dropped the colors in and I pulled them back out like they were cartridges or something. And I went ahead and just added his little mane kind of randomly. It's my first time doing a unicorn mane, so I wasn't really sure exactly how I wanted to go about it, but I just added a strand at a time. And then I kind of was looking at it and decided I wasn't super happy with a few of the places where it was coming together. So I decided to get out my little sixlets. If you don't know what those are, they're like these little candies that are in balls. And I just put them in the different places where the different colors were coming together, and I thought that looked a lot better. So to go around the edge, I put 2 colors inside, and I actually thinned it out because, well, my daughter wanted to look like, I'm not sure how to put this delicately, but she wanted it to look like the unicorn was vomiting a rainbow. So I kind of melted the colors down a little to make it look like that. And this is all finished, and just a little reminder for everybody, this is where we started and where we finished. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next video.
BackBitesForever.com